Shalom, shalom to the nation of Israel. Before we get started, all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rekah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the brothers, the men at Great Millstone that rule well, that taught me this truth, to the hopeful elect out there scattered abroad, unlike unto a speckled bird, tabernacle of King David, 144,000 mighty men, peace, blessings, salutations. To the remnant, men, women, children, shalom, right? So this your brother Shapar, man. So I seen this one, and cause I was in the VA and everything, and so I seen this. I'm like, whoa, we got a church that been scamming veterans out their money, scamming them out their education benefits. Cause when you're in the VA, you get when you're in the military, you get they call it the college funded GI Bill. And so you come home and you could go to school, and they'll pay the school, pay your tuition or whatever, and then they'll give you a certain amount of money every month. They got that, and then they got the VA house loan guarantee, where you could get a house. You don't have to put any money down and stuff like that. So it's kind of, they kind of make it a little bit easier for you. So he was pimping. He was getting money. So before we start looking at some of these articles, man, let's read the scripture first. Let's go Jeremiah 23 and 24. Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him, saith the Lord? Do not I fill the heaven and the earth, saith the Lord? I have heard what the prophets said, that prophesies lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesies lies? He was doing this 20 years. He was doing this over 20 years. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own heart, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. Yeah, man. 29. Is not my word like as a fire, saith the Lord, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? Therefore, behold, I am against the prophets, saith the Lord, that steal my words, every one from his neighbor. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Okay, let's get it. I could have kept reading, but I don't want to make this too long, because, I want to look at a couple of these articles, right? So this guy named Rony Denis, and the house of prayer and his house of prayer church was known to the military community long before they were raided last month. Yeah, because he was doing this so long, they banned him. They banned him on one NBA military post. Said he don't do business with him. Why? It's right here. Matter of fact. For years, soldiers had shared accounts on message boards of crossing the church path. They told alarming stories of church members showing up in barracks unannounced or encouraging troops to get into vans that roam bases. Fort Stewart in Georgia even put several businesses tied to the church leadership off and on an off-limits list in 2017. So when you're in the military, they'll have something and they'll put it off limits, where you can't go to, say, you can't go to a nightclub because some soldiers got into a fight there, or some soldiers messed up a hotel over there, so now nobody could go to this hotel. So they'll make shit off limits to you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, off limits list in 2017, along with a couple of unrelated adult stores and cash advance shops, because they prey on soldiers. You have young people that's home, away from their family. They might be going through cash, hurting for cash or whatever. So them cash advance stock shops where you go and write a check, because they'll give you a check booklet and all that. You go and write a check and say for $300 you gotta pay them back $360 when you get your money and stuff like that. But you always stay behind the gun, because you gotta keep, now you done used up your check and a little bit more. So now when you gotta keep writing checks. You like stay behind, just like credit cards, right? Doing the credit card things, right? And then the adult stores, I remember they had one. I think it was something after dark in Raleigh. It was you go in there. It was crazy. It was crazy shit they have. And they be aiming towards young soldiers. They be aiming towards soldiers, because some place where you might not know nobody, so you kind of lonely, so you end up doing all kind of shit. But anyway, back to the thing. The House of Prayer has been approaching troops. See, the House of Prayer had been approaching troops for nearly 2 decades, promising them a religious community that would understand them. But former members now say Denis and his church were in the business of bilking veterans out of their service benefits. In 2013, the church collected more than $7 million. Woo! In 1 year? Oh, since 2013. Okay. The church collected more than $7 million in GI benefits, that's the school benefits, payments for Bible study classes, which former students and former director of programs say were little more than disorganized meetings that provided little to no educational content for veterans. I mean, if you getting money, how hard is it to set up a couple of computers, a table, have some Bibles, and actually teach, man? Told you, it's no truth in these churches, man. Former members also alleged Denis and the church pressured veteran members to apply for home loans through the VA Veterans Affairs so they could cash in on the cheaper interest rates. Told you, because you get a house for a cheaper rate. And then charge rent that was handed over to the church. See, he's a demon, man. Injured veterans were also coached on how to maximize VA disability payments, which would then be donated to the church. The former members told military. Damn, he was killing it, man. They raided 5 church facilities, all right outside major military installations. In June, those locations included Hinesville and Augusta, Georgia, Tacoma, Washington, Killeen, Texas, and Fayetteville, North Carolina. Yeah, he was preying on what's the name? Authorized seized computers, church records, and cash, but no arrests. But made no arrests. The law enforcement officials declined requests because they still investigating. Yeah, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Those who left church describe it as a cult that used high pressure and sometimes humiliating tactics on them to remain and donate. An expert on cults described the House of Prayer as destructive, authoritarian church, but said Denis could be seen as charismatic, authoritarian cult leader because of his methods. God, look at this shit. Look at this one right here. Where's it at? Right there. Look at this one. God gave me permission to kill everybody in here, Denis preached during one Sunday service, according to Wright, the Army veteran and former parishioner. But I won't, because I love you. See? But Israelite, the men that's teaching the men that's teaching the truth of the scriptures. This is crazy, man. He built the insular community where everyone who leaves is shunned by any loved ones. Yeah. Many were told to leave the church dorm so they would so that they would be protected from the perils of the outside world while their houses could be rented. Oh, now I get it. He had dorms for them to live in, but he got them to buy houses so he could rent them out for money. Oh, now I get it. I didn't understand about the renting a house thing, but now I get it. This guy he was scamming, y'all. He was scamming. Yeah, this nigga right here. Let's get a picture of him. This is the guy right here. This is the pastor right here. This is him and his wife. That's him. Scamming the people, man. But you won't. I bet you will never see nobody talk about this. But that's why you got to do this. 1 John. Let's get that 1 John 4 and 1. 1 John 4 and 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit, whether they are of power, because many false prophets are going out into the world. Yeah, man. Many false prophets are going out in the world. Let's keep getting it. Let's go 1 Peter 5 and 2. Let's get that one. Yeah, man. This is all it's about, man. This is all the Christian church is about, man. T.D. Jakes or Geno Jennings. This is all it's about for them. All it's about is getting money, man. 1 Peter 5 and 2. Feed the flock of power which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre's sake, but of a ready mind, neither as being lords over God's heritage, but being examples to the flock. Yeah, being an example, man. Being a ready mind, man. Not taking advantage of them, man. Not being in it for this, man. Not being in it for this, man. More money. Not being in this spirit. Not being this greedy nigga right here, man. This is all these guys is about, man. It's just about money for these guys, man. It's just about money for these guys, man. Let's look at this one. Why were these churches raided by the FBI? So they say, you just got one article. Nah, that's several articles. All you gotta do is look up, what's his name again? Rony Denis, R-O-N-Y Denis. 3 churches were raided by FBI Thursday, the Augusta Chronicle reports. The churches, all of which are near military bases, are affiliated with the House of Prayer Christian Church, HOPCC. The organization, a 501c3, has 5 Bible seminaries and 12 churches, 11 near military bases. In 2020, the Veterans Education Success Organization sent a letter to the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs asking for an investigation into the church. After reviewing 14 former members of the church and 1 current member, the organization is a nonprofit organization providing free legal assistance to veterans and military-connected students in higher education. The goal of the letter was to disapprove HOPCC for funding. Yeah. This is the things that they say he was doing right here. Deceiving the VA and defrauding veterans of their education benefits. Changing its curriculum to keep students enrolled longer. So pretty much, you're going to come in and you're going to sign up for a 12-month program, and he's going to get a check, and then you'll get a check every month. He'll get a check for them paying for that course, and then you're going to get a check every month. So, but then if you don't graduate, he'll keep getting, he extended it, so he'll keep getting a check. I think it's quarterly. Every 4 months, the school might get a check. I think it's 4 times a year, but you'll get a check every month, depending on what your benefits is, as far as how much. Everybody gets a different amount depending on how many years you was in and blah 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 blah. The church received. We ain't gotta read all that, like I said. Yeah, this was the crazy part right here. Manipulating veterans into donating their VA disability compensation to the church. Engaging in mortgage fraud. Man, he going to jail, man. He going to jail, and some of these other pastors that was ministers that was down with him. Let's go. Protest. Woo, 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 woo. Look at this. Look at some accounts. Let's look at this. Denis uses the Bible to manipulate people, to destroy families, drain them of their money, and if anyone dare question him, he will publicly destroy them. Damn. MJ Rodriguez, 10 years of working in the ministry, and all I was doing was generating over 100,000 of real estate income every month and giving it all to Denis. And on top of that, they made me purchase property without my permission in my name, had me put it on the rental market, and give all the money that came from these properties to them. I never benefited from all this work I was doing. Wow. Adam Bowles, he took over 40,000 from my account, had Julie divorce me and have her move in with him. Woo! Had Anthony Alones take out credit cards in my name, run the limit up, and never pay. He forced me to pay for a car that he took back from me. Have the sheriffs deliver foreclosure paperwork on my house, and the list goes on and on. I had been living off credit cards to where I was over 50,000 in debt and had to default and destroy my credit. Many others have submitted their stories, but none were currently verified. So these 3 stories were verified. These 3 stories were verified. Wow. 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 Wow, this guy's rough, man. This guy's rough. And look at this one right here. The last one right here. It was like, the concern is that he has made us merchandise. It's no longer a church. It's just a fraudulent money-making empire. It used to be a church, former church member Jessica Wright said. Yeah, it used to be a church. Now he just hustling. I told you, man. It's all about this, man. It's all about this for these niggas, man. More money, more money, more money. This guy right here is all in it for the money, man. That's all he in it for, man. That's all he in it for, the money, man. More money, more money. That's all he in it. You taking it, and then with all of that, you not even at least attempting to offer no services. You not even attempt to offer no services. You couldn't even teach them the Bible. Even though you was going to teach it wrong. 1 Timothy chapter 3. Let's go 1 Timothy 3 and 1. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desire a good work. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, not kicking people out their houses and renting them out, taking the money and making them sleep in a damn all in the damn same military bay or whatever the hell he called it. Apt to teach, not given to wine, no striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetousness. Let's get. Now 6. Not a novice, least being lifted up with pride, he fall into the condemnation of the devil. 8. Likewise must the deacons be grave, not double-tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy for filthy lucre. Yeah, man. Holding the mystery of the faith in a pure conscience. Yeah, he ain't did none of this. This guy ain't do none of that. Ain't do none of that. Let's get on to the, and that, which one was that? That was this one. So you can see the article of this one. Yeah, this was this one right here. Yeah, see? Raided in Gainesville, the church. Let's get her. Let's get what we got. We got one more right here. Yeah, he taking advantage of soldiers, man. This dude was taking it. This is a church here that was taking advantage of soldiers, man. Soldiers, military heads. That's already got enough on their plate to deal with anyway, and dealing with stuff like that, going to war, being deployed here and deployed there, whatever the case. They stressed out, so you know they thirsty. I could tell you from experience, you be thirsty for some spiritual food. This nigga a piece of crap, man. Look, let's get it. Last article. In 3 states last week, the FBI conducted raids on properties connected to the House of Prayer Christian Church. So now is all Christianity bad because of this one guy? How they try to do with the Israelites? Oh, the black Hebrew Israelites, they responsible for this guy over here what he did, he fasted and starved his kids and starved himself. So they try to make it seem like we all doing that. So now, does the same rules apply to the Christians now? Because this is a leader of several churches. So you can't say, oh, he just was a small he had a racket where he was getting $100,000 just off houses a month. Man, please, man. In 3 states last week, the FBI conducted raids of properties connected to the House of Prayers Christian Church. The organization, which also uses the name Assembly of Prayer, is active near U.S. military bases for years, has faced allegations of cult-like activity. No arrests were made during the June. See, and he still don't get arrested. He still ain't get arrested. Know why? Because that 501c3 is kind of like a protector. If he wasn't 501c3 in a church, say he was just a regular real estate company or investment firm or something like that, they would have came in there and some people would have got arrested. But because he 501c3 and he done took that bag to mislead his people, that's going to give you a little bit of leeway. No arrests were made. The FBI has not yet issued a statement about the raids or its investigation, but former church members and a veteran advocacy group claim that House of Prayer and its leaders target soldiers and their military benefits. That's what's going to get them in jail, though. And once they see that you really did what they saying you did with them military benefits and them houses and taking house loans out and people names and stuff and all that, you defrauded the government now. You defrauded, now you're going to go to jail. They wouldn't care as much if it was just people's money and all that. You defrauding the government and you got all that money out the government, they going to put you in jail and then they going to make you pay every cent back that you took. Last Thursday, FBI agents entered House of Prayer locations in Georgia, Texas, Washington State. The church campus in Hinesville, Georgia is 8 miles from Fort Stewart, and its campus near Augusta, Georgia is just outside the gate of Fort. Damn, just outside the gate of Fort. See, they preying on soldiers, man. You ain't got nothing to do. You don't know nobody. It's a Saturday. It's a Sunday. You ain't got no duty or nothing like that. Next thing you know, you up in the church, and this nigga trying to milk you. In Kaleen, Texas, FBI, and we just read they was raided this one. This raid in Kaleen, Texas. Now this one is talking about raiding, and where this one was at in Georgia, right? Yeah, this is the Augusta Chronicles. This is in Yeah, the raids occurred in Fort Gordon and Hezbollah, Georgia, near Fort Stewart and Hinesville. And yeah, so that's in Georgia. And so yeah, so this one is in Texas. So Kaline, Texas, the FBI raided an assembly of prayer churches, Christian church less than 4 miles from Fort Hood, the most populous U.S. military installation on Earth, and in Tacoma, Washington. So he was getting money. I'm here to tell you, he was getting money, man. He was getting money. You was that close to the military base, and the military was pretty much turning a blind eye to it, or whatever the case may be. Let's get some more scriptures, man. This nigga, man. I tell you, man, these people, man, but they'll be like, oh, the Israelites is bad. We good. The Israelites is bad. These guys, man, every day, man, it's a new one of these heads popping up with their little greedy ass, man. 2 Corinthians 11 and 13. 2 Corinthians 11 and 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Hamashiach. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. Yeah, man. I say again, let no man think me a fool, if otherwise let as a fool receive me, that I may boast myself a little. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's get this one. What is it? Malachi 3 and 16? 16 to 18. Malachi chapter 3, verse 16. Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened them, and heard it, and the book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord. He has no fear of the Lord. This guy here has no fear of the Lord. Pastor Ron Denis right here has no fear of the Lord. He looked like a demon. Look at his face. He looked like a demon. Look at his face. Look at his face. He looked like a demon. And heard it, in a book of remembrance was written before him for them that fear the Lord, and that thought upon his name. And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day, when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth power and him that serveth him not. Yeah, this guy right here, he don't serve the Lord. He don't serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He in the spirit of white Jesus, man. He in the spirit of white Jesus. And he ain't even in the spirit of that, man. He in the spirit of this dude right here, man. He in the spirit of this dude right here, man. I'm scamming for bread, man. I'm scamming for bread. And even in that one, he was scamming for bread with the help of Esau, right? Let's get Mark 13 and 22. Let's get that one. Mark 13 and 22. For false Hamashiach anointed, false Hamashiach and false prophets shall rise, and shall show signs and wonders to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect. But take ye heed, behold, I have foretold you all things. Yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta take heed to who you listening to, man. Cause these dudes out here trying to serve their own belly, man. They trying to serve their own belly. Couple more, we close out. Yeah, like the brother I'm us. I think we done made the point. We done proved the point that this guy here, this pastor, is a damn demon, man. He a damn demon out for his own personal gain, man. Lamentations 2 and 14. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens. Wow, but have seen for thee false burdens and cause of banishment. Yeah, false burdens, man. That's what this one just popped in my head too. Matthew 23rd chapter and 1. Let's go 2. Saying, this Yahushua speaking, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. For they bind heavy burdens. And grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders. Didn't they say he was kicking people out their house? Make you take out a loan, and then have you sleeping in a dorm or some shit like that, while he's renting out your home and you staying in a dorm with other families. That he done did the same thing to them, man. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. Yeah, man. Yeah, these guys, man. Damn demons, man. Jeremiah 14 and 14. Yeah, damn demons, 14 and 14. I seen this, and yeah, I was like, this one got a little bit under my skin, because I'm a veteran too. I was in the military, so I know what they dealing with, and or whatever. And to have a predator, he's a fucking predator, man. He's a fucking predator, man. You making people get VA disability for their little ailments or whatever that they get during military service, and then you having them give it to you, man. You supposed to be helping them to get a education so they could get a job or something, or go out there and earn some money or whatever. They already dealing with trying to readjust, because you got to readjust when you go to the military, man. They fuck with your brain in the military, man. So you come out, you already got to adjust back into the world. And so then the person that's supposed to be helping you, man, he is a fucking predator, man. He is a predator. Jeremiah 14 and 14. Then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesied lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spoke unto them. They prophesied unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught, and the deceit of their heart. Yeah, man. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, concerning the prophets that prophesied in my name, and I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. Yeah, man. That's why we do these lessons, man. So we could bring this out. Just like we charging Esau, we charging you wicked ass niggas too. And he a wicked ass nigga, man, doing that, man. Taking people money like that, man. Taking their houses and running up their credit and taking money out their bank account. Like, how much do you need? How much fucking money? How much do you need? It's all about getting on that list, that last list from my last lesson. It's all about getting on that list for these niggas, man. I want to be up there with the big dogs, with the big guys, with the millionaire televangelists. That's all it's about, man. Proverbs 25 and 14. Whosoever boasteth himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind of rain. Yeah, man. Whosoever boasteth himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. Yeah, man. This guy, man, he ain't nothing, man. False gifts that he done took from these heads, man. But that's all right. The men of the Lord is out here, man. Got him. We got another one, man. We got another one out here. We got another false prophet, greedy ass nigga that's out here robbing the people, using the scriptures. We done got him. Yep, we done got him. We got you. We got you. And we marked you, man. We is marking this guy right here. Because this guy's a damn demon, man. He is a demon, man. He is a straight up demon. This guy, Pastor Rony Denis, is a damn demon, man. That's what he is, man. out here with this, man. He out here like this, man. He is a damn demon. Yeah, he's a damn demon. Taking all that money from veterans and all that stuff in the name of the Lord. Using the Bible as a hustle. Fucking demon. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm getting upset now, man. So with that one, man, we gonna close out. We gonna say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the brothers, the men at Great Millstone that rule well, that taught me this truth. To the hopeful elect out there, scattered abroad, unlike unto a speckled bird. Tabernacle of King David, 144,000 mighty men. Peace, blessings, salutations, and to the remnant, men, women, children, remain spiritual out there. Kwam Yasharala, and Abba Babao, Barakathum family, Shalom. And you, man, Shalom, Israel.